In our last video, we used a while loop to create a way to keep a score for the player as they were running through the course. But our while loop still needs a condition so that this process only runs while the player is making their way to the final platform. When they reach the final platform, we want the timer to stop. Let's consider a way to detect that the player has reached the end of the course. The platform at the end is made out of blocks of gold. What coding blocks can we use to determine whether the player, or more precisely, the agent following the player, has reached the gold blocks at the end? The agent inspect block tells us what type of block is adjacent to the agent in a specific direction, so we can use agent inspect down to detect when the agent is standing on a gold block. Let's go into the agent folder and grab the agent inspect block. Inside the loop, the agent keeps teleporting to the player, so agent inspect down is a pretty close approximation of what the player is standing on at any given moment. We want to keep teleporting the agent and adding torches to the player's inventory as long as the blocks below them are not gold. To do this, let's go into the logic folder and find the block that shows an equal sign with a slash through it. This means does not equal. We can place this in the top of our while loop, then place our agent inspect down inside the first part of that condition. We want the agent to keep detecting down until it finds a gold block. So let's go into the blocks folder and find the block value. Place it inside the second part of the condition and set it to gold block. This part of our code can now be read as, while the agent does not find gold blocks down, and we'll keep doing the action in the loop until the agent finds a gold block, which means the player has completed the course. When the player and agent are finally standing on a block of gold at the end, the loop terminates. The agent stops following the player, and the timer stops increasing. We can say something in the chat after the loop ends to let the player know the game is over. We can use the say block again from the player folder. "You made it" might be a good prompt to let the player know they've reached the end. Let's test our code to make sure that everything is working correctly. The agent should follow the player, and the player should keep getting torches until the player reaches the gold platform. Be sure the agent is inspecting downwards, otherwise it won't be able to determine when it is standing on a block of gold. Now that we have created a condition for the agent to know when the game has ended, we need to confirm that the player is in the right place to begin their run. In our next video, we'll utilize some of the same skills to make sure the player begins on the starting platform.